safety and voting safety. The program started in 2003. The DARE program shut down, the Sheriff's Association stepped up, come up with the CHAMPS program. I like to call it DARE on steroids. They do a lot more, do a lot better. So, it was done to address the challenges and dangers of today's youth will encounter. They will encounter everything that we discussed in this program. I can guarantee you that. I want to say special thanks to several people before we get started. First of all, God, the opportunity to do this. Without me, it would be possible. We thank Sheriff Craig Peavy for allowing me to do this program. When he asked me to come into the school, the first prerequisite I had was I want to get campus instructor. And he did not hesitate. I mean, thank Judge Grinolds. He helps make this possible because we place money for the day fund, which funds most of this program. Dr. Rowan Campbell, I have a school here at Fullington Academy. For freedom to come in and like these many students I can, it's not just CHAMPS. If there's anything I want to do with these kids that there is benefit from, she's all for it. No questions, no hesitation. I have to thank Ms. Everett. What she said today is perfect. All I had to do was pack my little bags up, show up, and talk. Pretty much ran right at everything else, and that's what makes us success and having people support like that. And parents, I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of this program. I can assure you, if they listen to what I've had to tell them, what our guest instructors have come in and had to tell them, and they'll take what we told them and take heed to it, they have got something out of it. So we're going to celebrate fifth grade today here. They're giving us 100%, so we're going to try to give y'all 100% today as well, okay? Now I'm going to ask Dr. Campbell to come up and say a few words to get this thing started off.
Good morning, and thank you for being here and supporting our students here today. We appreciate you and your support. Thank you, officers, for your commitment to the program. Thank you, teachers, for supporting it as well. But it's truly a joy when we all come together. The community, the teachers, parents, and students come together and celebrate this accomplishment for our students today. They have been choosing our healthy activities and methods for promoting safety, and today is not just the end of a course celebration, but guys, it's the beginning of a commitment for you to put into action what Captain Jones has taught you this year. So I hope you carry it with you always, and parents, support them in their choices, and we're happy that you're all here, so thank you.
Let us pray. Dear Jesus, we gather here today under your care and protection. Thank you for your loving kindness that never fails us. We thank you for those with us that you will guide our thoughts and actions to where you live. Strengthen us and fill us with your peace. May we love and serve each other as Jesus has shown us. In Jesus' name, amen. Please stand and join us in the pledge of allegiance. Attention to the pledge.
When it's time to start planning CHAMPS graduation, my biggest thing is my guest speaker. This year has been a challenge for me. Everyone that I reached out to kind of conflict. In the past, I tried to move my graduation around their conflicts. This year, I said, no, we got our date set. We'll find somebody who can. I do the speaker. I'll talk anyway I like to talk. Then I remember that my students really enjoyed one of my guest instructors. Michael Cox is a captain of the Decatur County Sheriff's Office. He's been serving the citizens of Decatur County for 40 years. He did 15 of that for EMS and the last 25 in law enforcement. When I get to his age, I hope I can do things he still does today. He's been a great friend to me. When I was going through CHAMPS Instructor School, he was one of the people there that helped me make it through. Anybody's ever been through an instructor course, put a lot of stress. There's a lot of stress involved. He taught us that it was self-inflicted. He and the other people in that class had given us every tool we needed to complete that course successfully, and we did. So now I will, we're going to give y'all a few moments, Mr. Michael here, and let him bring work in.
I don't like the script, but they got keywords on it. So, I said, okay, I said, let me talk to Sheriff. Of course, I don't even have to ask him if it's got to do with CHAMPS, if I have to go to North Carolina. He said, yeah. So, I called the Sheriff before I went to his office and said, I got to go to the county. This is the way glass happens. It's a thing with us, we don't like to wear long sleeves and ties. So, he touched on CHAMPS a little bit. You have to be a deputy for, I think it's 2 years to be in this program. So I went through in 05, before 05. And so they have to go to this 2-week course. So, first day I see this guy. And I said, oh my. So I actually tested him when he went through. And he went through it with flying colors. But he said something a while ago, they have their biggest hurdle is themselves. Because the very first day you get there, it's on Monday at 1 o'clock, you gotta get up in front of the crowd. And it's intimidating. You walk up to the podium, you reach out a hat. That's what's going to speak on. You won't know until you walk up on that stage. That's a little bit, creates a little bit of stress, and it has nothing to do with CHAMPS. It gets you up in front of people. And I specifically remember my subject, and it was high heel shoes. So, and like I said, it has nothing to do with CHAMPS. It's just to get you up in front of people. So, students, I've got some quotes here that I've kind of looked over, and in this program, we try to teach them how to say no. Y'all, peer pressure is a big deal. Social media and iPhone or cell phone, period. It can be a problem. I know it's good/bad. So, students, I'm going to read you some quotes, and I want you to listen, okay? Focus on the person you see in the mirror, okay? You are the future of this country, and you got to do what's right. And I don't think anybody out there will have a problem with that. Focus on what's right for you, not what the world says. You are your greatest responsibility. I want you to always remember that. As you grow older, generosity defines you. And I'm not talking about money. Okay? It's the things you do, what you do for people that has nothing to do with money. Other people's opinions of you does not matter. Okay? And I'm not talking negative opinions. And it doesn't find, hold yourself accountable. Life starts today, not when you graduate high school. You gotta work, you have to set a goal. And y'all, peer pressure, maybe in a couple of years it's gonna be a big deal. And I came up into the class with him and I told him, I said, I honestly don't remember peer pressure. I had my own mind, and that's what I tried to convey to them. Don't be afraid to say no. Sometimes they come to a fork in the road. The left is right, the right is wrong, and they take the right road. We try to teach them to take the left road. Okay? Peer pressure can be cruel, and sometimes they want to be accepted by their friends so bad that they'll do something wrong, knowing there's a negative consequence. But that's life, and you got to deal with it. You're going to hit some bumps in the road. That's where you keep yourself up and keep on going. David, they wanted me to speak on something, but he'll have to explain it to you later. I can't do it. But anyway, beware of distractions. It comes in many forms. Social media can be a problem. You're going to hit hurdles. I hit 2 major hurdles in my life that I beat, and it was a sickness. you go to this 2 weeks class, and you get up to do your testing on Thursday, you got 2 to 4 deputies sitting in the back of the room with a sheet of paper and a pen and pencil. They back there grading, and that is so intimidating. I had a guy one time, he was last, we had like 8, he got 7 degrees. He was fine, he went through it like water through a spigot. I had this guy, and he was so nervous, he was freaking out. I took him out in the hall, and I said, listen, you got to get with the program. I said, just go in there and do your class. And he got up there and stumbled for 2 or 3 minutes, and he got it through. One of the best instructors ever went through it. So, students, you got to do what's right. I don't think y'all will have any problems in the 5th grade. You know right from wrong. That's, you already know. You're going to hit hurdles, you're going to stumble, but you get yourself up and do it. And thank you.
One thing I wanted Michael to speak on, he told me probably couldn't because he got emotional, is when I tell y'all that you're probably one of the strongest individuals I know, there's no lie. That's no lie. 2016?
Yeah.
So 2016, that's what 8 years ago, you still were not spring chicken then either. He was chasing the suspect. I started having some local complications, found out he had, 3 blockages in the heart? Had triple bypass. So while he is recovering from that, he found out he has cancer. So Michael is beating heart attacks, blockages, cancer, and everything. Still wasn't every day. He puts his badge on and does his job to protect citizens community. So that speaks volumes to his character. So now we're going to talk about the thing they have dreaded since day one of CHAMPS. From day one, I tell them about to graduate this program, you got to do a poster and or an essay. I encourage them, I'm just going to poster, encourage them to do both. Some did both, some only did one, that's great. But to graduate, you got to do one or the other. And I tell them, I do not judge this. I want no part of judging these projects. When they turn their projects in, they're assigned a random number, we'll put a random number on their projects. So their judges are judging a number, not a math. That's the only way I know to keep the partiality out, keep it as sparse as we can. And I use educators and faculty and staff members from not only our school, from other schools. That way, it just helps me on keeping them impartial. We use it the whole day to make sure them what I would and would not, what I expected. I have high expectations when it comes to CHAMPS. I love this program. So I showed them exactly what I would and would not accept for this project. Well, I did that to try to get them locked in on how well some students have done in the past. And they always take it to another level. Okay? That makes me proud of them. They were judged from educators by Fullington and Kinley County schools. And we're going to do essays first. And as I call you up, we'll do it third, second, first. They're going to read their essays.
Yes. And they don't know who they are.
Yeah, they don't, nobody knows who the winners are. Matter of fact, we did our practice yesterday, because just like in the other, she takes her essays and types it up for them, so it's easy for them to read, because even I can't read my handwriting sometimes. Okay? So when we're doing the walkthrough yesterday, I said, you have to put the essays in the notebook. So they got a notebook, man. She's got it ready. She's no, I'll put that next in the morning, so they'll even know. Okay? So our third place winner in essay is Van Gordon.
Hunting safety. Practicing hunting safety is very important. A hunter safety course is required in order to get your hunting license. Here are some of the most important rules for a hunter. Always treat a gun as if it was loaded. Never point a gun at something you don't intend to shoot. Keep your finger off the trigger unless you are shooting. Always make sure that you know what is behind your target. Tell someone where you'll be
second place winner, and essay is Josie Willcox.
Did you know that one can dip equals 60 silhouettes of nicotine? That's right, and a lot of people do it when they are young. Smokeless tobacco might seem harmless, but it's dangerous for your health. In this essay, I will cover what is the effects of it and what to do instead. What is tobacco? Tobacco refers to the leaves of the tobacco plant that have been dried and processed for people to roll up and smoke or grind up and chew. Why people use it? Because to focus, relax. Sometimes they don't feel pressure or they saw older kids do it. The effects of tobacco are acute chronic bronchitis, pneumonia, emphysema, and cancer. Are helpless. Some physical effects in the mouth are bad breath, spitting, or drooling. Two states, like a Peavy, or gum with sick.
Second place, Josie Willcox. And our first place winner and poster goes to Kinley Williams. Give us a minute, we got to set it up. One of the classes we do is showing before and after photos of people with drug addiction. That's what you did on the side of here before. It affects of that as well. So you guys have a remote control if you want y'all to change it over for you. Michael told me he had to bring in this uniform. Good minute, quick guy, dude, I don't know where it is, place to be a little funny. Some things just don't fit like they used to. No comments from the back. All right, thank y'all for your amazing entries there. Now, I'm going to turn it back over to our champ student.
When I
You'll have everything, God. You'll have every victory.
You say I'm loved, but I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong, when I think I'm weak. You say I'm filled, when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I'm yours. I believe. I believe what you say of me. I believe. I believe. I believe what you say of me. I
We would like to present a small token of our appreciation to Captain David Jones and Michael Cox. Michael Cox, also known as Red Lobster, thank you for taking time out of your day to come speak at our CHAMPS graduation. Captain Jones, thank you for dedicating your time to teach us to stay away from drugs, avoid bullying and peer pressure, how to be aware of our surroundings, and how to use ATV and hunting safety.
Thank y'all for that. Was that song not very well? All right. What do we have next, John? What they've been waiting for. This is the one they strive for, okay? And this is not to say that one child is better than another, this is saying that during the CHAMPS course, some stood out. I have no say-so in the essay or poster, this is one I'll make a decision on. They have to complete a project, naturally graduate. They have to be active in class. Although I want them to have discussions with me, that way I know they're getting what I'm talking about. They get to tell me stories. And I have to remind them sometimes they need to be relevant. Because I don't know if I realize or not, when it comes to fifth graders, they get way off topic quick. So we have to keep it relevant. This year's decision was tough. Last year was real tough too. Those who were here last year know that did the whole coin toss, and did 2 out of 3 on the third flip. I lost the quarter, so I had God left them, I had to make a decision. So it's tough again this year, very tough. But it's based off the projects, it's based off of their participation level in class. It's also based off their behavior. Not just their behavior in my class, but I get with teachers, staff members, other people in the school, how did this child act when I'm not? That plays a key role. After much thought and deliberation, I decided to do something different. I don't want to do 2 students a year because that's not fair to one of the other. So I'm going to start doing a runner-up. I'm going to start that this year. This year's runner-up for CHAMPS Student of the Year is Josie Willcox. When I say it was a tight race here, I mean, even Miss Heather tell you, I've been torn on this. Even spoke with Michael about it. Michael, there can only be one go. And I understand that. But this year's CHAMPS Student of the Year is going to be Kinley Williams. She got a plaque here. It says 2024-2025 CHAMPS Student of the Year for exemplary commitment, choosing health and activity methods promoting safety with our badge and logo, Sheriff Craig Peavy. Everybody has a little embarrassment, she made it. got to experience that once a week, almost every week. We did every class that CHAMPS has to offer this year. I think games are the only one we did third place on. And they even took, the kids reminded me, we got toward the end of the year, but we haven't done the drunk goggles yet. So we make sure we got that in as well. This whole program revolves around choices and consequences. Because the rest of their life, they're going to be faced with choices, and those choices will come with consequences. What are our good choices come with it? Tell them. Good consequences. And our bad choices come with what? We discussed all types of drugs, the effects of drugs on them physically, mentally, and the families, the people around them. I even had our Cat Marcy, Matrix, wherever she is now, come in with the canines one day and do a drug inspection with the dogs. They got to experience the impairment with drunk goggles during our alcohol portion of the class. And I was honestly surprised how well some of them did. Every year I have one or two that can do whatever with the drunk goggles on. Concerns me. But usually it's someone that does dance or something like that has great guidance anyway. Talking about the alcohol, and she asked me not to bring this up, I'm going to. So I get a text message one day from one of our teachers. In fifth grade, after lunch, they go to the Sparrow. And I had to go in to redirect my students because they told her she was going to be driving under the influence, and she left school at that because she had an energy drink. I just knew with me walking in with an energy drink myself to put out the flames, no luck. Okay? So we spent a good 20 minutes having to redirect on. Yes, it is calculated by definition. But it would not be having learning impairments, okay? This group's different. They'll always be defense post, which I like because I will too. We spoke about internet safety and social media, which is a big problem with today's youth. Kids now are so hung up on shares, likes, and comments, they think that defines, that makes them popular, that makes them who they are, and it does not. They got to be mindful of who they're engaging with online. There's so many predators in our world now. I told them, you're not speaking to someone you think you know, you're just talking about a person, you get this or something like that. Unfortunately, our youth now thinks that their self-worth is determined by those likes, comments, and shares, and I stress to them that they themselves determine their self-worth more than else. They also learn that no matter their age, as fifth graders, you experience it, that stress happens in our life daily, and I gave them ways to deal with stress. Now, if I could live by the words I give them on a lot of these things, it's a lot easier because I still can't deal with stress sometimes. We talk about bullying. And this is a big portion of CHAMPS. I want to realize that bullying does not only affect one being bullied. It affects the bully themselves, and it affects everyone else around them watching. Okay? I gave them ways to combat bullying if they were ever encountered with it. I encourage them to be upstanders, not bystanders. I want them to stand up for those around them that are being bullied. I even went over with them the difference between bullying and teasing so they would understand. And every year, it never failed. As soon as I do the bullying class, the complaints of bullying go away. Whether they didn't realize what it was to start with, or they're starting to experience more, whatever. We end up redirecting on bullying numerous times during the CHAMPS course. I believe if we had one word to describe this year, probably kind. How many times have I had to write kind? A lot. Okay? I had to remind them that we need to be kind to others. Kindness is free. We can give it out, you don't have to be wealthy to give out kindness, and it should be given continuously. We discussed being home alone. And we have a class based on being home alone and child abduction. And it mainly goes over what do you do while you're home alone. We go over the list of rules that you have while they're home alone. And most every one of them already have the rules in place, like you and your parents are having that set for them. They even gave them ways to, if someone tried to abduct them, things they could do to try to prevent that from happening. They even got Mr. Michael Cox to talk to them about the dangerous tobacco use. I like using outside your resources because we've got people that got to see kind of stuff to talk, and they're no different. So I get the Department of Natural Resources, like anyone to come in, they speak to them about hunting and farm safety, ATV safety, and water safety. Peer pressure and sources of consequences are quite much in favor. say this because from this point forward, she will be pressured to do things that she does not want to do, good and bad. I showed you ways to deal with peer pressure, I showed you positive peer pressure, the effects of it. It's gonna force you to make choices, and choices are gonna be hard and tough. I just look at this program, give you the tools you need to make the right choices. On the normal topics, I try my best to give you some real world advice. Like their mistakes do not define them, but how they handle those mistakes do. Try to teach about accountability. You make a mistake or a bad choice, own it, learn from it, and grow. Okay? It's not always someone else's fault. I get tired of hearing that. My grandkids too. Everybody else, someone else knows you did it wrong. Too often our children are not held accountable for the choices they make, so they get out in the real world, they don't know how to deal with it, just like our home. That falls back on us. You gotta make sure we hold them accountable when they make bad choices and mistakes. Help them learn from them and grow, so they get out in the real world. Y'all are far from the true real world. You're gonna be held accountable for your bad choices and mistakes. You know how to do it. Explain to them they gotta believe in themselves and expect anyone else. That's true with all of us. You gotta believe in yourself. Preach to them honor, respect, character, integrity, trust. And remember, this reputation is what other people think about you. Your character is who you are. You focus on your character. Okay? If you're doing the right, making the right choice, and doing good things in life, you're going to be known for the right things. Don't get hung up on trying to dress over what you focus on the rest of yourself. You got to have it in yourself. Making the right choices in life is goal. They are our future. We must show them the right way to do things. We must prepare them for adversity. They will face it. They're already facing it. Many of them are. Our kids today are having to do things and make choices they should not be having to do with their own. They're going to make mistakes. We all do. I'll make a day. They're going to make bad decisions. We all do. I'll make a day. We can only hope that we show them how to grow from those choices they make, good or bad, and remind them that doing the right thing is not always possible. Because the possible thing is not always right. This last point, I want to emphasize you bad character. Western Dictionary defines this character as mental and moral qualities distinct as an individual. Someone with good character is someone that demonstrates positive qualities like honesty, kindness, integrity, and courage, often displaying a moral compass that guides their actions. Be known for making good choices and doing right, not notorious for bad choices. Notorious for not doing well. You'll make mistakes, but having good character will help you learn from those mistakes. You need to be honest with yourself and others. Be kind, even when it's hard. Have integrity and stick to your moral beliefs. You gotta be courageous. In today's world, it's gonna take courage. As Bruce Lee said, anybody know Bruce Lee? I know what Bruce Lee is. He said, knowledge will give you power, but character will earn you respect. We're gonna learn that in the Bible tells us the woman with suffering produces perseverance, character, and character. I enjoyed my time with y'all this year, and just a reminder that I'm always available for meetings, I'm always around campus. Trust me, it's not uncommon for previous CHAMPS students to come up and ask me questions about things they are facing in life since the class and have questions about the house. I'm always here available. So now we're going to do our certificates. I'm going to ask that Ms. Hudson read out the names to us. They know what to do from there.
Madam Graduates, if you please rise. First, we have Wyatt Smallwood. Ben Gordon. Boyce. Logan Kent. Eli Chitwood. Malachi Malachi Leverett. Cole Sparrow. Cassy Jordan. Josie Willcox. Rowan Hudson. Kinley Williams. And Seylee Hamsley, who cannot with us today.
I'm gonna say the blessing real quick, I'm gonna let you hear about the fish party and how we do
Dear Jesus, thank you for this food, for those who prepared it, for the family and friends with whom we share it. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.